Alright, so here I am back again. Check this out. Getting all my wood ready. Yeah, it's been wearing me out because of all the million of other things I got to do, but here's the latest project I was going to show you guys. Check this out. Yeah, working on my mower, of course. Never ends. Anyways, so I decided right here I'm going to build me a really nice tool shed. And then a place to put my riding mower, all my yard tools, all that kind of stuff. So what I'm actually doing is I just pulled these curbs from out front. It's all about doing more with what you already got. So this place has been around for like 40 years, so there's all kinds of material that I've been utilizing and reutilizing for different things. So this right here, I got 3 of these. I'm going to show you guys. This is just a pallet that was free at Sears, but this is going to make basically my floorboard. And they're strong. They're hardwood, so they're actually going to be perfect. But I pulled them over here to kind of get an idea of what my spacing was going to be. But I'll show you guys what I'm kind of working with, because I want to make them last for a little bit. I'm going to make like a little kind of cool old style jailhouse tool shed, so it'll match the rest of my place, the trading post that I got. Okay, so check it out. I just came in here and I had an old can of Van Sickle barn paint. I was hoping I had some kilts left over, but I didn't. So that's all it is. They're Economy brand. I mean, I had 2 or 3 extra cans, so I was like, I might as well use it before the winter gets here and it goes bad. But I just threw some paint on here, kind of give it some extra finish. I mean, we got really hard winters up here, so it's already going to be lifted off the ground. I'm going to use those curbs, those concrete curbs, and then I'm going to use some flat concrete block to kind of bring it up to the level I want to bring it up to keep it off the ground and keep the water from getting on it. But it's just a little bit of extra protection. But like I said, man, look at these. These are 2x4. They're built really good. They use them to ship mowers on. So I just went down to the Sears store here and got them, and got a bunch of other pallets. So I figured they'd work perfect for this. And then I'm just going to tie them together with some pressure treated wood. Then build my sidewalls, kind of make it like a lean-to design. It's a good thing to have up here. So this is the other thing I was going to show you guys, is I had to treat my siding that I put in last year, and you can see right there, it's just the cedar fence board that I was buying really cheap. It's like about $1, I don't know, $1.25, a 6-foot section at Home Depot. And what I did was I just cut them in half, and then you can see I ran the 2 6-foot ones across the top and some across the bottom, and then as I cut them in half, I just made them the perfect length to make my fence posts, and then just attach them with the screw. That way, if I decide to ever pull it out, I can just screw them out, take the wood with me, or I think I'll just leave it here. But the thing I was going to show you guys is I was going to check and see if I had red barn paint, but I didn't. So what I did here was I just painted them with red spray paint. This is a cheap $1.59 a can. So far I've used not even one can, and I've got these 2, and I got a really nice sprayer nozzle that I actually use. Check this out. Work with me through the mess, but this is what it is. Touch and Tone. I get it at North 40. Finally figured out the name of that place. It's like $1.59 a can. And get one of these. If you get this can gun, dude, this is the one you want, because it actually goes down into the deal. Some mount around this, those are horrible. As soon as you start using them, they just fall apart. But that one's actually lasted pretty good. I've used that on a lot of different cans. So you can see on this side I'm leaving it in the raw because the weather doesn't really get to it. But this is the south. This is my south facing side, so I'm getting a bunch of sun and different weather on it. And then it looks like I'm going to paint the poles white. Hopefully I can get all this knocked out before winter hits. This winter's it's getting pretty close, but you can see the difference. I mean, it looks pretty good. And I didn't have to. This stuff sucks up paint, man. If you were trying to use a paintbrush, unless you use really thick barn paint or something similar, you're going to be here all day. And the spray can goes on really super easy. Let me even show you guys a little bit of this, how well it goes on and how easy it goes on. Ooh. Sounds like she's almost done. Alright, bear with me on the camera here. Alright. Oh, I'm finally gonna get some sun. But you can tell I got some areas that I gotta go back. But dude, this thing goes on so easy. It just coats it really nice. Gives it the, I mean, this is almost like identical to the Barn Red once it starts drying. But you can see, look how much this stuff sucks up paint well. So the spray to me is actually the way to go, and it's pretty quick. I mean, I hit this whole thing up, I think it took me, I don't know, I was messing around maybe 10-20 minutes to get all this, which is far faster if you ever had to break out the other paint. And then you can see this right here, check it out. I have this thing out here, which is one of my outbuildings. I actually got a chicken coop that I'll show you guys that I built at another time. But I started hitting this up because I was thinking about the same thing. There's a little kind of feed store on this side. Little deck bench I built out of garden bench. I built out of old pallet. I think it's pretty cool. I built these little planters. But you can see this too. This is some old wood. And the same thing, man. It just starts covering it nice. And it's quick too. So I should be able to get all this knocked out in like no time. And if I was actually trying to paint it with barn paint, man, I'd be out here all afternoon. So, and like I said, I'm kind of crunching because I got to get this stuff done before winter gets here. And then you guys can see, I told you about my wood pile. Now I'm building a big old burn pile out there to get all my scrap wood out of here. Anyways, just something cool I thought you guys would like to check out. If you got any ideas, I'll take some more pictures of the shed and throw that up there. You guys be able to check it out when it's all done. And I'll just go through it slow and let you guys know. Alright, take it easy.